Hi, welcome to Dean's English Speaking channel. Today we're gonna talk about changing school. Please describe your experience when you changed your school. You should say, why did you change your school? When was it? Was that helpful? What were the consequences after that? I have been to 2 schools in my life. My primary school was different from my secondary school. I have vague remembrances of my primary school as I was too small then. Here I would like to talk about my secondary school in which I studied from 6th to 12th class. I had to change my school because my father got transferred to a different city and we had to move with him. My school's name was Wuhan No. 2 Senior Secondary School. I vividly remember I was very nervous on the first day. This school was much bigger than my primary school. I was afraid of getting lost there. I was a little bit excited also. I just walked inside with the other students and went where they were going. I was a new face for them, so many of them were staring at me. I asked one student about where 6th class was. Coincidentally, she was also in 6th class. She took me to her class. That was the beginning of my new friendship. Her name was Mona, and till today we are the best of friends. She made me feel very comfortable. All my nervousness vanished. We attended the classes before the lunch break, and during recess she showed me the whole school. I was awed by the infrastructure of the school. There were separate labs for physics, chemistry, and computer science. There was also a huge library. Badminton and volleyball courts were also there. The canteen was the most impressive. All the teachers were also very nice. I studied for 7 years in that school. Those were the most memorable years of my life. Alright, let's move to part 3 with 9 follow-up questions. 1. Are children better at solving problems than adults? I don't think that children are better problem solvers as compared to adults because problem solving requires 2 things. One is the logical ability and second is experience. Although children might be good at applying new approach or perspective towards the problem, however, they sometimes don't have the experience to solve the problems that they face. Sometimes who can solve it better will also depend on the nature of the problem. 2. If people move frequently, is it better to stay in one house all the time? I don't think it would be wise to stay at one place if someone moves or gets transferred frequently to different cities or towns. For example, my brother, who is in the army, gets posted to a new city after every 2 years. He always moves to the new place with his family because if he chooses to opt for a permanent home, then he would have to live away from his wife and children. 3. What are the pros and cons of living in a high-rise building? I think the advantages that high-rise building offers is the beautiful views and easy access to facilities like gyms, swimming pools, shops. On the other hand, the disadvantages include the fire risks and the fact that people have to live in compact spaces because the apartments and rooms in high-rise buildings are comparatively smaller in size. 4. What are the pros and cons of living in an old and new neighborhood? I think the major difference of living in old and new neighborhoods is the access to facilities. For example, in old neighborhoods it is difficult to find parking spaces because during their construction cars were not that popular, whereas the new neighborhoods are much better planned and focus on the challenges that people face today. 5. How do parents prepare their kids to go to school on the first day? I think firstly they should ensure that their children have a proper morning routine so that they get up on time. Secondly, they should stock up on all the school supplies like stationery and notebooks. Finally, I think they should talk to their children and tell them what should they expect, what should they do if they face any problems. It's important that the child doesn't see the school as a burden. 6. How do children socialize with each other? I think children socialize with each other when they spend time with each other at school studying or when they do other extracurricular activities like painting. At younger ages it can be nonverbal, and as they become older, they start communicating verbally. 7. Is socialization important for children? I think the importance of socialization cannot be overstated. Socialization makes them confident and teaches them to deal with new social situations. Also, socialization is the key to communication skills as well. Above all, socialization is the key to making friends. 8. What are the benefits of changing schools? In my opinion, children learn adaptation. Change is a part of life, and it's very necessary that children learn how to deal with new situations from a young age. Changing schools can be difficult for children as they would need to make friends again, so it's necessary for parents to be present to help their children during this phase. 9. What are the reasons for job change? There are many reasons for changing job. First, it can be done to break the monotony of life, or in other words, to find something new to do. Another reason is money. Some people also do it for the work environment, as they find the work environment toxic.